From the moment we're born, we're told a universal recipe for how life should be. And it has me wondering, what if there's more? I'm going on a journey to explore different ways of living, different perspectives, to shape my own place in this world. After all, everything around you that you call life was made up by people no smarter than you. So join me in seeing if there's more than what we know. I'm Larry Xiao, and this is Life as We Know It. Okay, so let me catch you guys up real quick. This is my friend Tim. He's a giant grumpy German, and we became close friends after meeting earlier this year in the southernmost country in Africa, South Africa. This dude farts so fucking much, man. It's insane.
It's a lie.
It is insane. Yeah, I guess you could say we got pretty close. When Tim suggested we explore the northernmost country in Africa together, Morocco, my first response was, what is Morocco? Whoa, this was different than anything I'd ever seen before. My European summer plans look like the exact opposite of that. However, those images and idea of a culture far different than what I had known seared itself into my brain, and before you know it, I was on a plane to Morocco.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see
The plan was to spend the next 2 weeks traveling around by bus and car, starting in the northern region of Morocco, making our way to Marrakech, and traveling through the Sahara Desert. And so, we headed north, from the capital city of Casablanca to a small town tucked away in the mountains. We're here in Chefchaouen, the world's most Instagrammable city, and everything is blue here. Some say it's blue to represent the sky and connect heaven to God. Some say it's blue to repel mosquitoes or to cool the heat. But regardless, it was like we had stepped into another world. From the way people were dressed, to the copious amount of cats everywhere, to the calls to prayer 5 times a day. This country was different than anything I'd ever seen. And as we wandered around this blue-covered town, I got to learn more about Tim and why he travels.
Getting lost, like this getting lost feeling. Going to a new country you haven't been before, with a language you don't even know about. Phone off and just go through the streets into the real parts of the country and not to the touristic parts. Getting out of this comfort zone, I think, makes a huge difference.
And as the embers of the Moroccan sun set, it casted a warm hue on the blue town and in our memories. Our next stop in Morocco was a complete change of pace. There's only 2 words to describe Marrakech: organized chaos. The colors, the sounds, the smells of Marrakech all overtake you as you walk the narrow, labyrinth-like streets of the market, dodging bikes and donkeys along the way. It's places like this that remind me to embrace the chaos of my environment around me.
This is a great way to start the morning, PSA.
I'll be honest, going into this desert scared me. This was the largest hot desert and one of the harshest environments in the world. How did people survive here? What secrets did those grains of sand hold?
Thoughts as you're walking through the desert.
That we will die because of the temperatures.
Then you will die.
We will die just because of the temperatures.
And on that optimistic note, And with much uncertainty, we headed into the Sahara Desert.
Step in front of a runaway train.
The drive was long, and we saw the scenes of the city fade into green, then barren and desert-like.
It's so far away. It's so far away.
It's hot. It is very hot. And with a quick introduction to our friends, we began the trek into the desert. And the further we rode, the more the depths of the desert swallowed and enveloped us in its grandness. It felt like we were connected to something bigger than ourselves, to the countless riders in ancient history that navigated these deserts before us.
Yeah, exactly.
Whee! Whee! We're going all the way to the top of that, right?
And more. Yeah, if you can.
The conditions of the desert were dry, raw, and hot, and I couldn't imagine how people could actually live here.
So we're almost at the top. That is where we came from. You can't even see the camels anymore. And this is so surreal being here.
Our guide Amid grew up in these deserts as part of the Berber people, and I wanted to see how he viewed one of the harshest environments in the world.
How long have you lived near the desert for?
Actually, I would say I'm born in the desert.
Can you imagine your life without the desert?
Actually, I can't. Because I'm born in the desert and I like the desert.
Yeah.
I can go away from it, but I should to come back someday. Because I'm relaxed when I am in the desert. Yeah. There is no one can tell you go from here or something like that. I see it as like my home.
Like
You
your
know?
home?
Yeah.
Home. That's an interesting concept for a place like this. What do you see for yourself moving forward?
I see myself moving out of Germany, that's for sure. Coming back after Cape Town, I felt more than ever before this huge disconnect. Like I've disconnected to my nationality. What about you? Where do you see yourself?
I don't know. Haven't really found a home yet. And in the nighttime, we gathered with our Berber hosts for a celebration. And as we ended the night with the stars as clear as they could be, I could see how people could call this desert home. For our last stop in Morocco, we gained some much needed respite from the unrelentless Moroccan sun.
Ah, it's finally cool. Shit. Water. Africa, Morocco. Yalla Habibi. In what ways have you changed?
I'm being more open, and I found the joy about life again. I wasn't ready to meeting people at all. I'm being more on my own, like more being introverted, and I recognized how wrong I am, that I'm feeling more alive when I'm being out with people.
Morocco is one of those places with hidden lessons. I learned that even though I'm still searching for my home, home can be anywhere. I learned that the people you go on adventures with are just as important as the adventures themselves. And I learned that when you see a different way of living, you see a different point of view. I hope we all get to experience something far different than what we know. Because in the end, those different perspectives bring us all closer together.